Hello students, today let's understand another concept from the chapter Locomotion and Movement of Class 11 Biology. Now we know that bones are rigid structures, but still they are helping us in locomotion and movement. Now this is because of specific structures present called as joints. So these joints will help in the articulation of your bones wherever there is meeting of two bones. Based on the ability to move, we see that joints are divided into three types. We have fibrous joints, cartilaginous joints and synovial joints. Let us understand about fibrous joints. Now these joints are very strong attachment between the bones made of strong collagen fibers. So they will not allow any kind of movement. So they are also called immovable joints or Synarthrosis joints. Now where are these joints present? We see that these are present as sutures in between the cranial bones of the skull, and also it is present between the tooth and the jaw socket of your mouth. So these joints are absolutely immovable and very strong joints. The second type we have are cartilaginous joints. Now in these joints we see that the two bones are attached with the help of white fibrous cartilage, allowing very less movement. So these are also called slightly movable joints or Amphiarthrosis. Now in this we see that the movement is because of the compression of the disc-like structure of the white fibrous cartilage present between the bones. Now where are these present? These are present between adjacent vertebrae of the vertebral column, between the sternum and ribs, and in the pubic symphysis region. Now let's understand about the third type of joints, that is synovial joints. These joints are the freely movable joints and also called Diarthrosis. In this we see that the bones are covered by a specific membrane called the synovial membrane, which encloses a cavity called synovial cavity. In this cavity we see that there is presence of a fluid called synovial fluid, which will help in nourishing the bones, and also it is acting like a lubricant, allowing the bones to move. Now based on the movement and the shape present in the joints, we have different types of synovial joints. These are classified into 6 types. The first one is ball and socket type. Now in ball and socket type we see that there is almost movement in all directions, and this is present in the shoulder joint and the hip joint. The second one we have is the pivot joint, in which we see that there is a kind of rotatory movement only in a single plane, and this is present between atlas and axis and also between radius and ulna just below the elbow. Next we have the hinge joint, which will also allow movement only in a single direction, like the elbow joint and the knee joint. Then we have gliding joint present. Here we see that there is sliding over of joints or gliding of joints, and this is present between tarsals and carpals of the wrist. Then we have saddle joint. Now saddle joint is a kind of ball and socket joint present between the carpal and metacarpal of thumb, and this will also allow movement in most of the directions, and this is seen between the tarsals and the carpals. The last type of synovial joint we have is angular joint, or also called condyloid joint. Now this will allow movement in 2 directions, and this is present between radius and carpals of the hand. Hence, we've understood different types of joints. Make your concept stronger and stay ahead in your learning journey. Join me and other subject experts on the Turito app for daily free concept classes. Download the app now.